see what she's got yarn. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well. It is April 10th, Thursday afternoon. It's already 4 o'clock. I've recorded a couple things throughout the day, and okay, I just keep starting over. But you guys, look in the background. Is she not adorable? You guys, first off, I want to apologize to anybody that's, I've had someone tell me they can't hear me. I can't hear it on my end. I hear myself loud and clear. So I want to know if anybody else has problems hearing me, especially in the last video showing my dragon. Now, I know sometimes when I'm outside, if I'm like in the camper, I've got the air conditioner. The air conditioner's so loud that's that shh in the background. Some people say it doesn't bother them. Some people say it does. But let me know if you can't hear me on this video, okay? I'll be a little more mindful. I've ordered a mic. I haven't gotten it yet, but sometimes those are more trouble than they're worth. Yeah, let me know. Just to make sure, you know, who knows? I cleaned my top shelf so you could see all the yarns. I had them hidden behind junk. Okay. I'm going to go over this adorable drag. Excuse the mess on the floor too, Sadie. We went for a walk. I might have mentioned that already. We went and got mail. I've got some happy mail, so I'm not doing everything in order. But let's start with the dragon. Okay, it took me what? It took me all week to do it. Took me a day to do the head, then a day to do the body, and then I don't know. I did the feet a couple different times. You guys know I'm new at this. Then I played with the face. I wasted one evening playing with the face. I almost messed her up. I almost totaled her face. But I was able to fix it. So I wanted to give her nostrils. See, there's still a little bump there that I didn't get rid of. It was part of the nostril. This side I messed up. But I found another pattern that I stole the ears and the wings from another pattern. And I shared that. I will share that in a little bloop. I'm going to try to add it into here. We'll see. When I do screen share, it takes all night to upload. Don't ask me why. It could be 45 seconds. It'll take all night to upload. But it is a neat feature, especially if I'm going to do a tutorial. And Mr. Clary brought me some peanuts, and I gave his mother the last chicken, the little black speckled chicken. I'm done giving her the chickens, and I'm going to make some more. But anyways, let's get back to the dragon. The yarn that I used is a loops and thread, fluffy fleck. It's polyester, 126 yards. I paid under $6 for these skeins last week. They were 30% off. They could still be this week over at Michael's. I mentioned this in a couple videos ago when they were still on sale. So hopefully you guys went and got some if you wanted to make. There's something about now this yarn. Some of it feels kind of stiff, but it's wound tight. Now this is kind of loose, you know, because I've got stuff missing. It's not, it doesn't feel like the old formula, as some people refer to it as the stiff formula. It's soft, okay? So sometimes you get a little mistaken when something feels stiff. It's because it's wound tight. Before I forget, I know I'm going to squirrel off on you. I did not go back to Ollie's because I spent too much money already at Ollie's. I really probably made a mistake by not going back there because it would have been different yarn, but I did not go. Maybe I'll go next week. Maybe there'll be some, maybe there won't be any. I know there are people out there that are buying this yarn up from Joann's. Bernat is not a Joann's brand. Okay. Somebody said Ollie's sells yarn all the time. I know that, but we're losing our Joanns and we're losing our yarn from our Joanns. That is why I did that video. I've purchased from Ollie's. My Ollie's, for the most part, has crappy yarn. The good stuff comes in and it's gone. All the junk stays there. The junk from 3 years ago is still there. you know, so, I mean, they buy from liquidators. Then everything is one price. Whether it's worth more or less, it's $4.99 across the board with their yarn. I bought a bunch of Bernat, and I'm glad I did, and I know it was from Joann's. There were some good colors that, I don't know, you guys, if we'll see them. You know, some of these yarns are exclusive to Joann's. Hopefully, Michael's will pick up some more. I don't know. My Michael's is pretty sad. But every now and then they surprise me with a new yarn. So right now they have that 30% off. I don't think I showed you this yarn. When I went in there and bought, I didn't do a haul on this because you guys have already seen this yarn. I've shared this yarn with you. I just went and got 2 more of each color the other day because I wanted to make a dragon. And I just love the detail that I have seen with this yarn. It's pastel. It's not the softest yarn on the block, but I don't know. I like the detail in the color. That fleck, I think it's adorable. And I'm really proud of myself, okay? I'm doing pretty good. So, and I will link the patterns in the, not the patterns, but the designer, and if I can, I'll link the Etsy where I got these. I'll do my best to try to link, at least get the name of the designers. The wings I used by another dragon pattern last night. Katie, the Celestial Homebody, her dragon that she did in these colors was by a designer that used these wings, and I went and purchased the pattern, and I will share it with you maybe in the, if I don't share it on screen, you will get it in the description box. But anyways, so yeah, I just changed the ears and the wings. I got it from another pattern that I purchased last night for $4.95 or $4.99, something like that. But the body and everything else, the thing about this first pattern by Pebble Beans Crochet, this pattern, it could be an alligator, it could be a dinosaur, it can be a dragon. Next, I'm going to make eggs with all these colors in it, and I'm going to give them little jewels with the different pastels. I'm going to make eggs. I'm going to try to design a little dragon head coming out of an egg. I'm going to try. I've never done it. I don't know if there's a pattern out there. Do I want to buy another pattern? No, I want to try it on my own. But yeah, it's like an Easter dragon, you know, with the pastels. So I want to have fun with that. Right now, also, real quick, I'll show you again. Ow, my knee. I'm sitting on my knee. The different colors. Okay. This one is, it's pink. Also says rose, pink/rose. But look at all those pretty colors. It shows the detail. I don't know. I'm just in love with it, y'all. This one is orange. Green. And that's what it says, green. Vert. Green vert. And then I did not use the blue. I might do another Amy in blue later. Blue and orange. I might do bluey, and the other one that's orange. Maybe. I might. I don't know. Purple. It says purple/mauve. So pretty. Now this one feels softer than the rest of them. I don't know. The green feels, that feels a little taut. This feels a little taut. taut. Soft, soft. And then there's a white. Now, there is a gray. I did not get the gray. I didn't care for it. I have so much gray in my stash, and I never use it. I never use it. Acrylic yarn, polyester yarn. And I don't share it with you guys. It's in the other room, but I've got a ton of it. Also, the other day when I did purchase some more of this at Michael's, I bought Loops and Thread Bamboo Melange, and it is a number 4, 204 yards. It is so soft, you guys, and it's marled. I think it's really pretty. Very pretty. The color, it's heathered bamboo. Marine is this color, and I got 5 of them. They were 30% off. They were normally $7, 7 and change. So 30% off of $7. I'm not sure what that is, but I got 4 of them. Sorry, 4. I can't count. And then I got this color. I thought that was really pretty. I think that would make a really pretty top or a little cardie, you know, a light cardie. 204, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They didn't, like I said, they had some other prettier colors. They had purple, pink, but they didn't have enough to make anything. They only had like 1 or 2 left, so, yep. Denise. I was looking at a adoption website for dogs. I can go buy a dog. I would never do that now. But the cost of, I don't know, the cost of rescuing a dog that I looked at, the site I was looking at, was $1,500 a dog. I don't know. That may be normal. I've rescued dogs where people have called me and said, will you take this dog? I've never paid to rescue a dog. I'm sure it costs money for people. People spend money to rescue dogs. So I'm not poo-pooing that, okay? But I was thrown back. I was on this site. There was 2 dogs that I could give a very nice home to. $3,000. Yeah. And then you got to qualify and go through hoops and stuff. I don't know. I filled out the application. I told them I'm willing to spend $1,500, but they probably, and I gave them a picture of my yard and gave them my history, and shared videos of all my dogs and the 2 that are still here with me. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. And, the dogs were like 2 or 3 years old. So they were older dogs. And they were rescued from a mill. So, but I understand. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking the cost. It's just, I'm struggling to have to pay that kind of money for a rescue. So. Because you can buy a dog for that. But I understand, I want to give a dog a home. It's just like, it's just like adopting children. My girlfriend adopted a little boy. And actually, it was like one of those simple adoptions. A mother worked with her. This lady worked with my girlfriend and knew my girlfriend, did the in vitro, did all that stuff for like 7 years and couldn't have a baby. And her daughter, this lady she worked with, her daughter had like a one-night stand with a guy, and the baby, the girl got pregnant. Her daughter got pregnant and was going to give the baby up for adoption. And the lady told her, she said, I would love for, you all to adopt the baby, because I know you guys are a wonderful family and would give the baby a wonderful home. And my girlfriend was like, yeah. And so she adopted the little boy. It cost her like $30,000, just the adoption. And she still Well, she probably has it now, but it took her forever to get his birth certificate. They make the adoption for children. There would not be as many children homeless. Our system's messed up. You guys know that in all areas, all aspects. And I feel like it's intended that way. It's intentional. Why when it comes to children? Yeah, so, okay. We're not going down that road. I'm sorry, guys. It just, yeah. That was painful seeing that number. I'm like, in my eyes, I'm thinking, $300 or $400, to pay for their free spade, because I know they get spayed free. All these organizations, well, it may not be free, but my husband's cousin has animals. I could go down there, but I don't want to, with the family stuff going on. Not family stuff, but with Tim and I have not faced that side of the family, and to avoid that, I figured I'd go through another outlet, but I may end up going through family again. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have to go through all those hoops and stuff because they know that I love dogs more than I like people. So, yeah, excuse me. I got to wet my whistle. Okay, so anyways, we're done with the dragon, and she's so adorable. I almost want to give her a belly button, or do stripes. I might do that. You know how alligator has, I don't know, they have it's not stripes really, it's actually squares, but maybe I can do stripes of color. I don't know. I need to just be done with it. But I used a skein of yarn, because this is what she looks like. Kind of sassy. That's what she looks like. I think it's cute. Now the front arms, I probably would have done them a little different. And I may make another dragon, y'all. And get faster at it. I just got a little annoyed with the legs, and I kept procrastinating, and I didn't want to make it a permanent whip, like some things. So, but this morning after I finished her, I started a Pokemon, but I'm going to use this yarn because I think it's beautiful. And I have some Black Fleck by Premier. I don't know where it is. I got the brown. I got all the other colors, but I don't know what I did with the Black Fleck. Maybe it's in the green room. I'm not sure, but I could probably find it. What was I looking? Oh, that pattern. I learned how to put patterns in my phone, so now I could just pop up my screen. I didn't know I could do that, y'all. I always struggled to get my Etsy patterns. I had to get them on my computer, and so I've always had to print them out. Well, I didn't realize I could put them on my phone. Y'all, I'm not tech savvy. I'm not. I probably knew I could, but just didn't know how to do it. Let's say that much. But anyway, so I've been working on this pattern. Is that not cute? And it's Pikachu, and it's Pebble Crochet. It's the same designer of the dragon, right? Let's double check. I believe it is. This is the wings that I used. The wings, and I didn't, I forgot her horns. I gotta do horns. Okay. So what I'll do is I'm gonna do I'm not gonna do big horns. I'm gonna do like 2 little bobbles on each side, or 1 bobble, 1 on each side. Mama Stichetti, I used her wings and the ears for that dragon, but the actual pattern I used was by Snuggle Beans Crochet, Playful Dragon. Now those wings are cute, but I like those. I don't know, I just like those a little bit better. They stuck out a little more. They were more pronounced to me. But I want to see something. I want to see what this says. Whoop. Done. See, this says Snuggle Beans Crochet for that dragon, but the Pikachu says, oh, I said Pebble Beans, didn't I? Y'all, I'm terrible at changing names. Okay, never mind. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is Bluey. My grandkids love Bluey. I don't know. We'll see. Now, I did do this one. You guys saw that one. I did a pretty good job on that one. I do have the Crochet Vision. She has a gingerbread doll. I used that pattern, but I turned it into a Spider-Man. Yeah. Because the Spider-Man pattern I bought was an IA. It was garbage. I got it off at Etsy. It was a ripoff. You got to be careful when you shop on Etsy. You got to make sure you know or heard of the designer, which is hard for me because I don't know a lot of Amy designers. Well, I know a few. Like, there's one that just came out with a new book, Jenna. I really like her. I think it's Gemma is her name, Gemma. She's adorable. Oh well. Anyways, I just have those few that I put on there. But I have like 12 pages of pattern purchases. And then my old computer, I lost all those patterns I purchased. I don't know how I can retrieve them, you know, that I've bought from other places. That computer crashed. And yeah, I lost all that. Anyways, I have a couple happy mail. I got this. This is more personal. It's not really crochet related, but one of my YouTube followers, Diane, sent me some. I guess she noticed I'd get my nails done professionally, and her daughter uses these and swears by them. I have used these, and I'm really hard on nails. That's why I get acrylics. But I appreciate that. She sent me 3 packs of nails, and I'll use them. I'll eventually use them. But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. She sent me the French manicure, and they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. So thank you. I appreciate that. She spent money on me. You don't have to do that. These are Glue Mani, no Glue Mani. These are blue. Kind of like those. And then these are kind of nude, shiny, and then a matte formula also. But thank you so much, Diane. Diane is out of, and she sent a little love and hugs and kisses to Sadie, Zeus, and Maverick. So, yeah, she said they vary between $6 to $12. Yeah. Thank you so much for thinking of me. But she told me to make sure I get specific ones. And then this is kind of a little thank you for the camp, doing Camp Boggy. Yes, you did bring a smile to my face. Thank you so much, Diane. Diane Templeton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I got a card from Kimberly Ridgway. What could be in here? Did I show the address? It's my P.O. box. In the loss of your dog. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Of course I get a bark in the background. Look what she made me. Oh, Paw. Thank you for your kind words. I miss him. I miss him a lot. I did a little bawling last night. I keep turning on his memorial. There's so many more pictures I could have put in there. He was the prettiest puppy. I'm talking about Zeus. He was a beautiful dog. Actually, my husband cried. Tiffany said he cried when he heard Zeus died. He was a good dog, and that's what he said. He was a good dog. He was a very good dog. All of them are. But he wasn't a silly-nilly. Well, he was silly when he was a puppy. Him and Tyler. Tyler used to play hide and go seek. How'd you get outside? You better not be wet. She loves to sit under the sprinklers, and I'm watering the flagpole. I've got marigolds out there. So, but thank you so much, Kimberly. Kimberly's out of Basking Ridge, New Jersey. That was so kind of you. And I read this too. Thank you so much. I'm going to put it in my wallet. Well, you doing, pretty girl? She was mad at me. I gave her a bath. This morning, I turned them both out before daylight. They wanted to go outside. And, you know, the ground is wet out there. I mow my yard, so the grass isn't real tall. But, anyways, I got sand out there. I need to go pick up some sod. And I haven't seen any sod. I got to go to a nursery, probably, to get sod. But, she had mud. She was black under her arms, under her chest. And, you know, she's got this long, fluffy, it was black fluff, you know. And I was like, no, you're not coming in. So I let Maverick in. I made her come out. And she had her feet up on the door like, let me in. She never does that. I usually have to beg her to come in. So anyways, I let her in and I clipped her leash on, and I already went in the shower, turned it on, had the temperature right, got the nozzle that comes down, you know, the spray nozzle. Got all that ready for her, and I walked her in the shower, and she kind of looked at me. I said, get in there. And she walked in there. Then once you shut the door and you start wetting her, she starts like resisting me. So I had to step on the leash because she knows that she can push the door open. But, what are you eating? Do you want to go inside? Do you want to go back outside? Huh? Go ahead. Good. Fly went out too. Good thing. Oops, there's her ball slinger. We've already played ball. She got too hot. She didn't want to play anymore. But anyways, what was I talking about? Her. So I gave her a bath. It was hard getting her lathered up. She's got a lot of hair. And I was using that Victoria's Secret shampoo because the chlorhexidine I've been medicating her with was not in the shower. And we were at a stage, I was undressed because after I dried her off, I took a shower. So that's the best way to do it. Instead of getting your clothes all wet, just get in there butt naked with her. TMI, I'm sorry. But anyways, dried her off, and then I thought she was going to be mad at me. But I didn't scrub any wounds or anything like that. Like, she's healed up here. She's got a couple scabs there. And I cut her with the razor. That's why she was mad at me, I guess. The razor, I don't know, something was wrong with the battery. Anyways, I fixed it, charged it up, and it the next night I was able to shave her without injury. But yeah, she got a razor burn from me. I could see, but that's healed up, y'all. So, yay! The medicine worked. I sent my dad home with some of it yesterday for Darla. Darla has some hot spots on her back, and my mom went and got her flea medicine. I told my mom, I said, you got to have her on flea medicine. She's allergic to fleas. I guarantee it. Any bite she gets that weeping wounds. I don't know. But anyways, she wasn't mad at me. After we got out of the shower, she She wanted to play ball. She wanted to hang out in the house. It was kind of weird because I wasn't letting her go back outside because it was still damp outside. So now it's dry, so it's not too bad. And I brushed her out. She let me brush her out without getting mad at me. She is limping on one of her back legs. And, you know, we went through that earlier when I got her, but she's walking on it today. So I have no idea. I have no idea. These dogs are known for, there's a certain type of something in their bone structure. There's a defect in this breed. So that's why my vet doesn't want me to fix her till she's 15 months old. Something to do with her bones. So, yep. Because I agreed to fix her at 9 months, but I'm going to listen to doctor's orders. So, you know, any dog you adopt, you have to, most of them agree to have them spayed or neutered, you know. But, which, I've agreed to it, but I'm going to do it. I've got a doctor's order, so I haven't heard anything, so. And nobody's intact here, you know, so. I mean, other than her, I mean, Maverick's fixed. Usually I get all my dogs fixed when they're puppies, but I was surprised to hear that. Yeah, because I was like going to get her fixed right away, and he's like, no, you don't want to do that. So, yep. All right, so I talked to you about the dragon. We got to put horns on her. Every dragon's got to have horns. I almost wonder if we should put horns, like horns. I want to make her a spike collar with a chain. Like a purple spike or something. I don't know. Maybe the next one. There's a few things I would modify in the next one. But I want to finish the Pikachu. And make some eggs. Dragon eggs. Pikachu eggs. My grandson loves those square things. So I might do that. Like a square bee. You just make granny squares, but just make them solid, you know, and then put eyes on them, you know. Make them like a loaf, a square loaf. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't done it. I haven't finished anything. I have some prototyping somewhere around here where I started to do that, and I never finished it. Garbage. All right, and then I have one more thing in the mail. Oh, this is from my cousin that got married. She married, her last name's Beecham. His granddaddy was a judge. Says, thank you. She called me Aunt Nancy because I'm old. I'm not an aunt. We're cousins. We're first cousins. No, we're second cousins. Aunt Nancy, thank you so much for coming to my bridal shower and for the gifts. We can't wait to use the steam cleaner. I didn't get her a steam cleaner. I got her some stuff for the kitchen. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's funny. That's something I would do. She's a true Holsher. A little scatterbrain. No. But, yeah. I would be crochet. Oh, here's my hook. Here's my hook. These things I use so it doesn't annoy my hand, but they've stretched out. It's from using them for, I got these at the dollar store. I get these things they're pencil grippers. I get them like this. And well, there was a whole pack in here yesterday. I don't know what it is. They're little shiny rubbery ones also. I'm not going to keep digging. They're not right here. Never mind. Never mind. a pink rubber band. I haven't been using rubber bands as much as I have in the past because it breaks your hair off, you know, after a while. There's that camera. There's another pink. I love this color. Y'all know that. All right. Well, it's been 37 minutes, and I'm gonna add to this. I'm gonna add. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I already talked about it, so I'm not gonna add what I already talked about. Yeah. So, but tomorrow's Friday. I'm supposed to go to my dad's, but Tiff wanted me to babysit, and I don't know. Dad wants to go to Steenhatchee. I don't know. I guess he needs help with some stuff, so I'm going to go out there. I could think of funner things to do right now than work in a yard. So, but anyways, that's all I have for now. Maybe I will come back later on this afternoon and I'll have some more stuff to share with you guys. Today's kind of a boring Thursday. It's kind of late. It's 4:30 now. I started this video at 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's time to feed the dogs, and it is TEMU trying to sell me something. It's time to feed the dogs, and I didn't take anything out for dinner. I froze the steak I have. I have 2 little steaks, and then I have some hamburger meat. I think I'll go up to the store and I'll get some food and bring it back here and cook it. That's what I've been doing, is cooking. So it's cheaper, and I've been fixing my lunches, and I'm out of lunch meat too. So, because I share it with the dogs. Now, how did my hair get in this skein? That's crazy. Maybe I wrap this up. I don't know. No? Okay. All right, I better get off of here. I hope everybody has a good afternoon, if I haven't already told you that. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Mwah.